So let's take a look at an example. This is a traditional way that people used to buy homes for a long time. So let's say Johnny wants to buy a 3 bedroom, 1,800 square foot house here in King County. Now, the average price of a home in King County that's about that size is about $600,000. That's going to be $119,000. I'd love to know how many people have $119,000 that's just sitting there waiting to be put on a house. I know most of us don't. So when you do that, the total loan amount's about $476,000 plus closing costs. So there is a newer way of doing it, and it's much more affordable. And that's what most people are now doing when they're buying a property. So same scenario, 3 bedroom house, 1,800 square feet, it's $600,000. The minimum down payment is 3.5%. And typically you can do that with FHA and a myriad of different loans. So now that $119,000 is shrunk to $20,000. So you're saying to yourself, okay, so but how does this get me to save thousands of dollars, Ann? What's the point here? And I'm glad you asked that question. So what if there's a program that you could use, and we use it all the time, to help buyers get a house for almost no money out of pocket and no money down? So zero at closing and very little money out of pocket. Let's say you're going to get an FHA loan, which is we do a lot of FHA loans, and the down payment amount on that loan is 3.5%. There's a down payment assistance program that will give you 4%. So you only need 3%, but they're going to give you 4%. So that means after you've paid the $21,000 as the down payment, there's $3,000 still left over of money that you're legally allowed to use. You have closing costs. So you can put that money towards your closing costs. So let's assume with closing costs and escrow fees, the $6,000 and the $7,000, you're at about $14,000. You now have $3,000 of extra money you could put towards that. So that $14,250 becomes $11,000. How are we going to cover that? Well, great news, because the market has changed recently and we're now in a buyer's market. We're going to get the seller to pay for your closing costs. And it happens all the time right now. So that means that when you go to close, you're actually bringing zero money to the closing table. You walk in, you sign, you don't have to cut anybody a check or wire any money. You're actually walking out with the keys to a house for no money at the closing table. Hey, if you'd like to find out more, we're going to have another live webinar this Thursday at 7 p.m. To get all the information on that, you're going to go to webinar.movewithzan.com, and we're going to give you all the tips and tricks. We're going to go through a bunch of different things that you're going to want to know before you go and buy your house, and we're going to explain to you how to get a house for no money out of pocket. If you want to just jump ahead and have a quick chat with me, go to meet.movewithzan.com, register and schedule a time, and we'll have a quick chat, figure out a game plan for you, and we'll get you on your way to getting your first property for no money out of pocket. All right, look forward to seeing you.